Hey everybody, welcome to 7-ish minutes at supper. And today I am on location with my daughter Hannah. She's working the camera today. We are on location in Chippewa, the beautiful, lovely small town. I spent a lot of my teen years here and doing a lot of probably very bad things. But we are at what is, I have most known as the Breakwall here right in the Niagara River. And so this is a place we used to come to when we were teenagers, late teenagers, and a lot of people, this was the place to be in the summer because none of these fences were here. There was no warnings up whatsoever, and we would jump in here, and this is where we'd spend the summer. So we'd swim, and then we'd climb out and jump again, and so on and so forth. And the thing is that there's a really strong current here, obviously, because the Niagara River leads into Niagara Falls itself. But this current would take you all the way into downtown Chippewa, probably about 300 yards, maybe even 500 yards. And the current would take you all the way. So we'd jump in, the current would take us all the way into downtown Chippewa. We would get out, walk all the way back and jump in again. And so that's where we spent most of our days. And so the reason why I want to tell you all of that is just as a perfect illustration. I'm going to get Hannah to take a kind of a closer look at the water itself, is because look at how calm it is. Like, especially this morning, it's like almost like glass. Like, you can't even tell that there's a current here whatsoever. And but right below the surface, the current is extremely strong, and so it's deceptive. It's dangerously deceptive. And as a matter of fact, if we were to walk probably another 50 yards to my right here, some people would jump in over there. And the thing is, it's really risky because you could get pulled by this current out and past this other breakwall on the other side and get pulled right down towards Niagara Falls. And so there's a real danger there, but none of this danger you can see from the surface. The surface is dangerously deceptive. And the reason why I say all that is just because over the next 3 weeks, as we're looking into the letters that Jesus wrote to the churches in our series, What Did Jesus Think of the Church, is that he's going to talk about compromise. And he's going to warn these three churches that that there are some in the church that are following the ways of the world and being caught in with what the world's doing, and he strictly warns them not to. And I believe that we don't get pulled into these patterns of living just to break rules. So we didn't jump off this break wall here to break rules. We didn't do it to be cool. We didn't do it to fit in. It wasn't peer pressure. We did it because it was fun. And I think that the same thing goes for following the ways of the world, is that we have this desire to do what the world is doing because we think it's good and we think it's fun and we have this desire. And so it's just something that I want us to help us center our thoughts around over the next 3 weeks, is to not compromise and to really look at our hearts and what are the things that we desire, and are we desiring the things that the world desires? Because Jesus does warn the church. He does warn us individually, just as he's warning our culture today. Just as we would see these warnings that say no trespassing, that we should heed those warnings and listen to the word. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.